with the bunting. So off pole will be car number 18, Chris Ryan, and on his outside the 69 of Merv Tennant. In position number 3 will be 33 Luke Thomas, and on his outside the 71, watch him go, Paul Hovey. 49 Brittany Gross, and the 11 of Byron Small. Further back to the 67 of Benny Grice, who's been going well lately. The 7 of Leroy Martin. A big pack here tonight. 6 Audie Malt. Further back to 61 of Steve Collins. Watch him. Well away. Chris Ryan gets away to a nice start in the 8-lap journey as they make their way up the back straight for the first time. In second place, Luke Thomas. Out there for the David Gross Real Estate Series for the Modlites here tonight. And it's Chris Ryan, Luke Thomas, Brittany Gross, 71 of Paul Hovey, then the 67 of Benny Grice having a good run, Audie Malt in car number 6, and Steve Collins in car number 61. Hovey goes right around the outside of Brittany Gross and moves up one position into third. Down the main straight, Brittany Gross right behind there, and the 67 of Ben Grice. Further back to Audie Malt, then Collins. Behind Collins is Phil Finney in the green number 8 car, just in front of 55 of Scotty Layfelt. Problems up the top. Audie Malt. Raymond in the trackside shop as well, with all those goodies that they've got. Here we go, restart. 6 to go. Chris Ryan. Luke Thomas, a big move on the inside there in the 33, and right up behind him, 71 Paul Hovey. Brittany Gross having a great run of late. Out there in the 49 car, Audie Malt got the number 6 going pretty well. Steve Collins there in the 61, back in 6th spot at the moment. Further behind, Phil Finney, Scotty Layfelt. And way back in the field at the moment, Brian Gardner started right from the rear of the field and he's worked his way up past Leroy Martin in car number 7. Once again down the main straight with Chris Ryan. Hovey in problems, and that allows Brittany Gross to get past in the 49 car. So Chris Ryan in the 18, the 33 of Luke Thomas, who's also been having a great run of late. In third spot at the moment, Brittany Gross, Paul Hovey. Can't do anything about it at the moment. It pretty much light as third affair, although our leader does go out a little wide. Thomas in the big charge here now. We're coming around with 2 1/4 laps to go. Into the top turn and down the main straight. 2 to go. Chris Ryan, the 33 of Luke Thomas, they're putting on a great show out of the Modlites. A very popular division, and Thomas through on the inside. Once again, Ryan went out wide out of turn number 2 and allows the opportunity for the little yellow car to poke his nose through with 1 to go. Luke Thomas it is in second place. The 18 of Chris Ryan. That looks like the way they're going to finish, and once again Brittany Gross having a good run. So Luke Thomas it is. Thomas comes around, takes the win. In second place, Chris Ryan. Brittany Gross just got there over Paul Hovey and Scotty Layfelt in car number 55. Further back there, the 6 of Audie Malt. Then the 61 of Steve Collins, the 91 of Brian Gardner. But folks, a big round of applause please as down the main straight we go with 33. What a win there for Luke Thomas. Chris Ryan in second place in the 18. Brittany Gross in third. Chairs and tables over there light up during the night. On the outside, Merv Tennant once again. We got the 33 of Luke Thomas on the inside of Paul Hovey. Then Brittany Gross and the 11 of Byron Small. The 67 of Benny Grice will be on the inside of the number 7 of Leroy Martin as they line up once again. Audie Malt further back. 95 Brian Gardner once again starting from the rear of the field. The 61 of Steve Collins. And the 55, by the looks of it on the outside, there it is, Scotty Layfelt. The 8 is Phil Finney. We've got an 8-lap journey to go for the Modlites heat number 2. And we're away. Thomas rigging the 2 out of 2. Started to work the high line, decided to cut back on the inside, go line astern up the back straight. For the first lap of our 8-lap journey, Paul Hovey, watch out for him in 71 in a little white car. Always prominent there or thereabouts. Benny Grice in 5th position at the moment at car number 67 has been having a sensational run out here at Queensland's Homer Speedway, Superchip on Archerfield Speedway. Paul Hovey closing in on our leaders, still led by the 18 of Chris Rowan. Only marginally though, Hovey looking for the big move around the outside of Luke Thomas. Thomas in turn switches it back to the outside. Try to go on the inside. Well, you have one around in the main straight. It's like the 9 of Clayton Woodford. Time in the hands of Clayton Woodford. We normally see Clint Kratzman drive that one, but Clayton Woodford out there now. It's Chris Rowan, the 33 of Luke Thomas, the 71 of Paul Hovey, the 49 Brittany Grace, another good run for her. Benny Grice. Better back then to Woody Bolt. Steve Collins trying that outside run in the 61. Not working for him at the moment, and in fact, Murph Tennant comes to run on the inside. Scotty Layfield right there. Leroy Martin right behind them at 95. Was Brian Gardner caught in a lot of traffic and looking for a way through. The Super Rooster man nowhere to go at the moment. Uzi goes out of turn number 2. Oh, Thomas off on the inside. Drops 3 positions, 4 positions. Already Molt goes past. He's got problems out there in the 33. Trying to get the power back up, but it's going to be too little too late, I feel, with 3.5 laps from home. Chris Rowan is our leader by about 7 or 8 car lengths from Brittany Grace. Paul Hovey right behind her. Brittany trying desperately to hang on. They're up there for the David Grace Real Estate Series, running season long out here at Super 2.0 Archerfield Speedway. 2.25 laps from home. The 18 of Chris Rowan, our leader. Hovey still trying that outside run. It might get pay dividends for him. Brittany getting pace off the inside out of turn number 2. Benny Grice in 4th, but not really challenging. Already Mott behind him. Oh, Brittany spins it around. Almost in the bar, and Smiler's already there. White flag out. Oh, man, luck for her. She threw it away right at the end. Hovey. Phil Finney in trouble in the main straight too. Leroy Martin in trouble in the main straight. Everybody in trouble in the main straight. Declared race. You'll find that 18, Chris Rowan, 71, Hovey, and Benny Grice, courtesy of the attrition rate in the last lap and a bit, takes out 3rd place. Following in through 6, Audie Molt. Brittany picked it up enough to get up into 5th place, followed by Scotty Layfield at 55, 61 of Collins. No time on a declared race. I mean, it's not too late yet to get pit passes from Racing Raymond. Registration Toyota Yaris, a silver Toyota Yaris XYL0. You've left your lights on. XYL032. You have left your lights on at Toyota Yaris as we get set to go. AMCAs will follow them, and once again the same situation, virtually the same grid as we've seen the first 2 heats. Merv Tennant just edging up a little. We've got to look for Chris Rowan to be our pace setter. On the inside, the revs building. Thomas sitting back in the yellow car on the inside of the 2nd row. Away nicely. A very good start indeed once again by Chris Rowan, who's already got a victory to his credit, and right around the outside, Paul Hovey wasting no time at all. Thomas going with him. Merv Tennant on the inside up the back straight. A little slow. Oh, we got a rollover. Big one too. Brian Gardner got caught up with the 7 car. I think it is over yonder. The 7 of Leroy Martin just a little bit further back. They got tangled up. Exiting turn number 3, and Byron Smalls there. He spun around. But the one that went for the joyride there was the Super Rooster Man 95 of Brian Gardner. The medical and track marshals just checking everything's okay. He's passed the gloves out, so he's okay. Thanks for a round of applause out there too for Brian Gardner. Bit of a wild ride for him. Once again, the girls, Rebecca, Vanessa and Creelan, selling the raffle tickets, the 50-50 raffle tickets. $2 a ticket. That's all it'll cost you. Look at the illuminated event hire furniture on the infield, folks. If you want to brighten up your party, they are the people who do it. Give them a buzz on 1300 779 447. 1300 779 447. Illuminated event hire where you can turn it on, Servicing Australia-wide, catering from private events for a few, right through to corporate events for a few thousand. Set to go again. Still with all 8 laps. We've got a better start that time around, but Chris Ruan on the inside is our leader. Hovey decides to take the inside run this time, and Thomas back in 4th spot. Hovey switching his attack to the outside and side by side. Merv Tennant our lead in the 69. About to be overtaken, one feels by the 71. Chris Ruan, that is. About to be overtaken by the 71 of Paul Hovey, but Ruan fighting back on the inside. Merv Tennant was up there, but he's dropping back to 5th spot at the moment. So it's Ruan, Hovey, Thomas, and Benny Grice. An inside run on Thomas. A saloon passage through there, in fact. And the 33 car gets relegated to 4th spot. Further back, Tennant having his hands full. Collins right behind Audie Malt out there, and coming with a run, Scotty Layfelt tries the outside run. Oh, our leader's gone. Spins it right around in the main straight. Chris Ruan coming out of 4. Has gone. So's Hovey. Doesn't pay to lead this race. Hovey's out of it too in the 71 car. So that leaves Benny Grice up for a run at the front. The Poison Chalice position at the moment. Thomas in 2nd place. Audie Mold 3rd. Steve Collins is going gangbusters out there too. 55, Scott Layfelt. Thomas trying to take out his 2nd win for the night. Ben Grice is 1st. 3 laps from home this time around. And the margin has closed right up. Layfelt, the man on the move. Closing right in on the back of Collins, although he washes out of turn number 4. One finally gets the 18 up and running again, but a couple of laps behind, sadly for him. Benny Grice, our leader. Luke Thomas in 2nd place, and a big margin back to Audie Malt, who's got Collins right behind him. Once again, Woodford, problems out there in the number 9. I think just driving that one of Clint Kratzmann's number 9 for Kratzmann's Caravans. Layfelt looking for a way through, not to be had at the moment. Further back there, Brittany Grice, a quiet run for her this time round. Benny Grice. Then it's Phil Finney in the 8. Checkered flag time around here now. Benny Grice is taking it out, but only just by 1 1/4 car lengths from the 33 of Luke Thomas. Audie Malt gets there in 3rd place, followed by Steve Collins and Scotty Layfelt. A very good run indeed. Race time 2:16.031. 2:16.031 the time for 67 Benny Grice and 33 Luke Thomas in 2nd place. Happening season long right here at Queensland's home of Speedway. Super Cheap Auto Archerfield Speedway, where the stars certainly have flown tonight. Chris Ruan will be off pole in the 18, and on his outside Audie Malt. In car number 649, Brittany Gross on the inside of the 2nd row, and the man has had a pretty fair night tonight, Luke Thomas, as he's done for quite a while now. The 55 there, Scott Layfelt, and on his outside, the 61 of Steve Collins. Then the 71 of Paul Hovey, and 67 Benny Grice has won a heat tonight. The 8 car belongs to Phil Finney. On his outside, Merv Tennant. And we go further back then to Brian Gardner, Leroy Martin. Set to go for the 15-lap journey. Brought to you, as I said, Australian Paving Services and David Gross Real Estate, and away, Chris Ruan has the opportunity to run out in front initially. Oh, we've already got a spinner, and rare situation out here. Brittany Gross spins it around. We got 2 down the bottom there. Merv Tennant, the other one. Merv Tennant, the 69. But Brittany further back then to, it's a hard charging 61-71 combination there. Paul Hovey and Steve Collins in the 3rd row of the grid. 2 very pacey vehicles. Let's see how they get off the line, and away. Hovey, wasting no time at all, moves himself up 1 row of grid positions. Thomas got a good restart there too. Malt on the outside. Chris Ruan, our leader from Audie Malt. Going through on the inside there, the 33 of Luke Thomas. Out wider is the other white car in traffic here at the moment, and that's Paul Hovey. Steve Collins on his inside. Brittany a little bit further back, followed by Benny Grice. Still knocking on the door, looking for a way through. The other fast runner up the back straight is Scott Layfelt in car number 55, back about. No, 9th position. That was close. Actually, too close. Paul Hovey got it all wrong. Slowed dramatically, and there was chaos behind him. Leroy Martin involved. Unfortunately, Benny Grice involved, and once again, Merv Tennant in the 69. So we'll have to line them up once again. A couple of the innocent parties down there would not be affected, one would presume. Oblivious to all this going on, of course, is Chris Ruan out the front and looking pretty good into the bargain. So Chris Ruan, Luke Thomas has been there or thereabouts, not only tonight, but pretty much all season long. Another one who's shone is Benny Grice now. Where's Ben starting? He looks like he's relegated towards the rear. It's bad luck for him. Really an onlooker in that one as they came around, but that's the rule. So he's back, way back. Let's see how he goes in the 67. Picking up the pace once again. Thomas got a blinder of a start. Tried initially to go through on the inside of our leader, Ruan, who's still matching him stride for stride. Not a struck match between them in power out of these two lead cars. The 18 of Chris Ruan, the 33 of Luke Thomas. A little bit margin back to Audie Malt. Collins was having a good run where we normally see him up towards the front of the field. A couple of unlucky grid draws here tonight has seen him having to work through the field, and we've got problems once again. Ben Grice and Clayton Woodford in the Craftsman Caravan 9 involved with that one. Yes, as I was saying, with the 61 of Steve Collins, an opportunity for him. So we'll pick them up once again as they come around. Chris Ruan, Luke Thomas. Audie Moult still hanging in there from his handy starting position. Scott Layfeld, watch out for him in 55. He's pretty much an expert at working his way through the field, and he's trying to go right around the outside now out of turn number 2 of the 6 of Audie Moult, although the gate shut just as quickly as it opened. Brittany's still gnawing away there back in 5th. Oh, Luke Thomas goes around. Thomas goes around. The green light stays on at the moment. For how long, I don't know. No, it changes to a caution. The officials wisely waited to see if he could get away under his own power. That wasn't to be the case. They fall by the wayside. Phil Finney, we haven't mentioned him too much tonight. He's been there or thereabouts, mainly mid-pack in the 8 car. So once again we'll line up. We've still got 9 laps to go in this one, the original 15 lapper for Australian Paving Services and David Gross Real Estate. So a couple of our favourites, Benny Grice 67, Luke Thomas 33, laps to do it. Oh, wow. The 55 of Scott Layfield is starting to really come into his own in this one. Ruan under siege out here from the aforementioned 55, side by side into the main straight, and right around the outside, Scotty Layfield. He's our leader at the moment. Ruan on the inside, Layfield on the out. Further back once again to the 71 of Paul Hovey will not go away. Audie Moult is behind him now. Brittany Grove still hanging in there. Leroy Martin in the 7s have been fairly quiet. Thomas coming again. But is it going to be too little too late? Benny Grice seems to be out of it, although still powering on pretty nicely. He's just behind Finney, who's in the 8 car. This race is not over yet. Ruan coming back strongly and reclaims that lead. 6 remaining in this one, as Chris Ruan and Scott Layfield. Layfield gets a better run out of turn number 2. Ruan, though, picks up the power, and they're matching side by side through 3 and now into 4. This is a great race. Layfield covering a lot of extra territory. Doesn't seem to be serving him too badly, though, as Luke Thomas further back tries to go right around the outside of Brittany Gross. Brittany, courtesy of that inside running, maintaining that lead. Likewise for Ruan. The extra distance finally burdening the 55 car, although he is still coming back. Oh, we got problems here. Finney is involved with that. Leroy Martin and Benny Grice is out of it too. But coming back to the front of the field, 3 laps to go now. And it's the 18 of Chris Rowan, our leader, but only just. Watch out for Hovey too. He's coming on in the 71 car, keeping a watching brief on these two. If they happen to tangle and slow up, he's there ready to pounce. 2 laps remaining. Caution light out. Caution light out. Caution light out. Looks like a green-white checker situation to round this one out for the feature race for the Modlites tonight. One of our 2 support groups for World Series Sprint Cars.
Bob, if I can, I just want to jump in real quick while we're in the pits here, just wandering around looking for some stories. And I found Darryl Hodges sitting here pretty casual. How's the new motor?
Yeah, Wade, the new motor runs pretty good, you know. We're a lot better on Wednesday night, so we're all happy. We're just going to make a few minor adjustments tomorrow and kick on.
So things have been good tonight?
Yeah, tonight's pretty good, you know. A few little mistakes here and there, but we're chipping forward in the points, and we should be at the front of the B main, so we should make the A.
You haven't had much seat time, Darryl. To come back in at this level straight away, is it a hard deal?
Yeah, it certainly is, you know. It wasn't by choice. It's just a mishap earlier last year, so we're here now, and we're just going to pick it up and carry on, and hopefully, you know, get some sponsorship and run for the rest of the season.
You got a motor for sale, mate?
Yeah, certainly do, you know. On a deal with Gertie, we buy them. And
Roxley Basics in the 72, Rennie Franken, and 90, Tony Curd are our last row of the grid. Lined up behind the Super Cheap Auto Illuminated Event Hire Pace Vehicle. Never get the 50-50 raffle, $2 a ticket. We'll put you in the frame for some big money here tonight. And don't forget, please obey that those 3 designated smoking areas. If you're caught smoking anywhere outside those areas, you will be removed from the Speedway. Set to go, first of our 8 lappers for the AMCA Nationals, a very popular division indeed. Matt Enders gets away early stages out there for Auto Parts for you. Matty Enders, David Ole on the inside, Timmy Gamble, the New South Welshman. A good reciprocal arrangement as always with the New South Wales and Queensland drivers, wherever they may perform. And Gamble takes that beautifully presented number 74 on the outside of David Ole. Looking for a way through there, Eric Knight, the 66, and coming on strongly, however, Steve Potts. Making it 3 abreast through turn number 3. Just had to roll out of that one. Matt Hardy in the yellow 15. Oh, all over the place out of 4. Further back there to Dave Sansby and Rennie Franken towards the rear of the field. Steve Potts coming with another run. On the inside of Eric Knight, who's got problems with the 66 and pulls to the outside. Obviously, no further part taken in that one for him as we continue under green here at the moment, and it's 73, Matt Enders, our leader. In the 8-lap journey coming around for the halfway mark, Timmy Gamble doing a great job in second place. Steve Potts in third. Potts tried an inside run, couldn't do it. Very good run out there too by Matt Hardy in fourth place at the moment. He's having a challenge coming out there for Tony Curd in the 90 car. On the inside of Matt Hardy and takes over 4 spots. So he started right from the rear of the field and he's worked his way up in a 4th beautifully. He's sitting up behind the 32 of Steve Potts, the Race Basics Oxley car. Matt Hardy having another minute. He's coming back strongly. Still anybody's racing this one with only a couple to go. And at the moment, it's the 73 of Matt Enders, the 74 of Timmy Gamble, and the 32 of Steve Potts in that order. Tony Curd just in front of the 15 of Matt Hardy, the youngster doing a great job. Right behind Hardy is Dave Sansby in car number 20. One of the most likeable guys in Speedway, Dave. Always good joke. But here's no joking out here at the moment with these front 3. It's anybody's race up through top turn. Looks like Matty Enders should be able to get there. And it does so. Tim Gamble in second place. Steve Potts in third. In fourth, Tony Curd and Matt Hardy in a run of 5. Separated only by about 25 metres between the top 5. Race time 2:18.743. 2:18.743 for 73 Matt Enders. 74 Timmy Gamble. 32 Steve Potts. Come on everybody up through turns 3 and 4. A big round of applause and down the main straight too. Excellent run indeed. And proudly brought to you by Auto Parts for you. The senior members of the crew, the Patriarch, as someone called him earlier on tonight.
Bob, just real quick, mate, if I can jump in. We're just down here in the pits at the moment. The Cameron Gester team, as you can see, just thrashing on repairing this car. Cameron just down to the left here, just replacing a front end at the very least. I'm sure there's been plenty more that's been involved in that. His dad, Noel, back here. And, of course, the in-laws are involved as well. That's David Anderson just there with the socket set here. They're just replacing the steering arm on this car and, as I said, working on the front end. So lots to do. Back to you upstairs.
Okay, up and running, and Tony Campbell gets away to an early lead there in the 21 of Shane McKinnell. Wasting no time at all, switching his attack to the outside. Early days in the 8-lap race, but McKinnell, very good run indeed. Quickly moves up in the first spot over Tony Campbell. Roger Ingold in the 69 car in the third spot, followed by Christy Botsey. And Christy, big inside run in now on Roger Ingold. They got in a little bit of bother. Russ Hardy further back. By the car number 28 of Andrew Robinson, who started further back in the pack than is listed in the program. But Robbo has some work to do, and he tries the outside run on Ross Hardy there now as they go through turn number 3 and on to the main straight. Squeeze for a little bit of room. Further back there, the 43 of Colin Pollock. Not listed in the program there. Pollock tries an inside run there now on Robinson. So Robbo having his share of problems out there trying to keep the field at bay. John Slack pulls the infield in car number 14. And Norm Townsend, the other runner out there in the yellow car. Danny Kane at the rear of the field in the car number 16. As our leader, Shane McKinnell, showing his championship style. Absolutely showing us why he's a former Australian champion out there. Tony Campbell, our pole sitter, still in second place. Christy Bonsey, the young teenager, doing a great job in third place at the moment. But the challengers are coming. Pollock. Oh, Christy's got problems. Christy's got problems. Looks like a right front down, a right front problem for us continuing on, but it's not going to do any good at all. She won't be able to steer that thing out there. Shane McKinnell, homeward bound, white flag out for him over the length of the main straight in the lead. Christie stuck out wide, no place to go. Tony Campbell still in second place, followed by the 18 of Russ Hardy. Checkered flag time for the 21 of Shane McKinnell. Hardy coming through with a run here now and takes second place. Campbell in third, followed by Pollock in a tremendous run. Roger Ingold right up there, followed by the 28 of Andrew Robinson. But all plaudits, all the credit go to this man down here in the 21, Shane McKinnell, folks. Put your hands together for him. To race time 2:14.258, 2:14.258. He got the best time, by the way, 16.373. In the second place, Russ Hardy, and in third, the 70 of Tony Campbell. And Grant Geary will be the man in 19 from the outside of the last row of the grid. 8 laps. Two cars, by the way, with lights on, folks. A Hilux, a white Hilux, 302 JYI. And a silver Corolla or Yaris, we're not quite sure, XYL032. You left your lights on in the car park. If you want to get home, I'd suggest you go and fix that up. Set to go. Tony Curd. Rennie Franken up against the wall. Oh, Steve Potts uses the opportunity to go through on the inside there. Tony was making sure that Rennie wasn't going to get a run on him. Steve Potts used the opportunity. Eric Knight coming along for the ride too in third place. And the loser out of that is Rennie Franken. He's in fourth place. Dave Sansby and Andrew Robinson, the next runners out there. Robbo trying for a dart on the inside of Sansby. Oh, Franken slowing to go to the infield. Robinson put the pedal to the floor and the go slow pedal and couldn't bring it to a halt without hitting him. Roger Ingold further back, but a good run out in front here at the moment by Tony Curd. Started off pole and continuing that way. The man started out of 3 is the 32 out there, Steve Potts. still there. Eric Knight in third place, followed by Dave Sandsby. He's having a pretty fair old run out here. Roger in goal, giving Andrew Robinson plenty of hurry up. Obviously, Robbo's got no ill effects from the altercation that he had out there with the 72 car of Rennie Franken. Still, Tony Curd, but Steve Potts is reeling him in. Choosing to go the more conservative line out of turn number 2. Didn't pay dividends for him that time. Curd out mid-track, up through 3 and 4 to come round with 5 laps gone of the 8-lap journey. A big margin back to the 66 of Eric Knight, an even bigger one back to the 20 of Dave Sandsby. Andrew Robinson plugging along manfully. Tony Campbell way back in the field at the moment. But only 2 to go now, and our leader still is 90. Tony Curd doing a terrific job. Showed good pace out of the 90 car in round number 1. As Roger Ingold gets into difficulty in the main straight there, but it's Tony Curd. White flag out for him this time round. Steve Potts has tried his best, but I don't think he's got any more for him. 66 Eric Knight, 20 of Dave Sandsby, and the 28 of Andrew Robinson still there. Tony Campbell further back, followed by the 19 of Grant Geary. But checkered flag time, and it goes to Tony Curd on the beautiful looking 90 car. The 32 of Steve Potts in second place as Tony Campbell has spun out on his last lap. But Tony Curd takes the win, car number 90, and the race time of 2:14.711. 2:14.711 for the 90 Tony Curd, the 32 of Steve Potts in second, and the 66 of Eric Knight in third place. I'll just go give you those cars with the lights on once again. A white Hilux will be there with the 43, the windscreen wheel Colin Pollock car, and 16 Danny Kane starting from the rear of the field. Our Super Chief Auto illuminated event hire pace vehicle pulls to the infield. Russ Hardy. Good to see him back. He's still got a brace on his leg, but you can't keep him out of the car. The patriarch of the clan out there, and here he comes. Russ Hardy. In car number 18, Christie. Takes no time at all to just line up a run on the inside. Had to go line astern. Shane McKinnell. Squeeze for a little bit of room on the outside there. Norm Townsend in the 6-3 car up there as well. As he goes for a run, Matt Hardy on the inside of Townsend and going for another run too. Trying to follow suit and can't do it as Timmy Gamble. And he's got them banked up behind him. But at the head of the pack here, it's Russ Hardy, our leader. Christy Bonsi in second place. McKinnell trying to go right around the outside and does so now of the 15 of Matt Hardy. So the Hardy boys out there having a great run. McKinnell cannot shake, although he does now. Finally gets the nose in front. Cuts back to the inside, but the 15 coming again. It's a good dice. This for third and fourth. Further back, Norm Townsend having the best run of he's had for quite a while. Timmy Gamble is kept at bay by Townsend momentarily anyway, as Gamble goes for a run on the inside of him and moves up into 5th spot. It's still Russ Hardy, our leader. Oh, Christie goes out wide, cuts right across the nose. Fair enough too of Shane McKinnell. McKinnell had to come again. So Bonsi in second place, the young teenager. She's doing a tremendous job out here. Russ Hardy, our leader. In second place, Christy Bonsi. Oh, Shane McKinnell gives the wall right old rack coming out of turn number 4. Shook him up just a little bit. A square on sideways hit did no harm at all to the car apparently. Matt Hardy further back there in 4th place. We go a long way back to Timmy Gamble. Norm Townsend dropping back through the pack there now. Matt Enders, the 73, has finally extricated himself from the pack, but it's going to be too late, because Frankie's getting ready with a white flag this time around. And it's going to be Russ Hardy, our leader. Christie still trying hard. Shane McKinnell is persevered with that outside run. Can he do anything about it in the last lap? Russ Hardy skipped away to about a 4-car length lead as Danny Kane and Matty Enders has got problems in the main straight here in the 73 car, but checkered flag goes to the 18 of Hardy. Oh, Christy Bonsi, Shane McKinnell in 3rd place. Oh, difference there at 0.04 of a second. Shane McKinnell to Matt Hardy. So it's 18 Russ Hardy, folks. 24 Christy Bonsi in second place. Shane McKinnell in third. He's got a time of 2:19.104. Matt Hardy in fourth, 2:19.140. How close can you go? Tremendous racing out there. Put your hands together, please. Good to see him back from injury, Russ Hardy. Christy, the youngster, did a great job too. Big thank you to Sam, as always, for supplying us all the information for the AMCAs here tonight. Much appreciated. So we'll be going very shortly indeed. Good night's work by Russ Hardy out here. As I said, returning from injury, the layoff hasn't dulled his ability, that's for sure. No substitute for experience. Likewise for the man on his outside, Shane McKinnell. If you want experience, you've got it on the front row in bucket loads.
Bob, just real quick, squeeze in while Danny Reedy's about to get in. Man, you look good tonight.
Wade, we're a bit rusty in the heats, but hopefully we can clear that out of the system during this preliminary feature tonight and make something of tomorrow night. That's where it counts.
You look confident though, running up on the high line, you look good.
Yeah, we got to try something when you're at the back of the heats, you know. Got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Up to you, Bob.
Thank you, Wade, and there we go with Russ Hardy. Good run there, Shane McKinnell on the outside. Thought he was losing a little bit of traction there. Oh. Okay. Problems down here. Didn't even get to the start line down here, and it's Eric Knight and Tony Campbell.
Part parcel of sprint car racing. If a little sore wrist is going to hold us back, we need to hang it up in any case.
Smells like the West Coast Eagles locker room down here. Bit of Dinka rub for Book. Back to you. We'll grab another one if we get another restart.
Thank you very much, Wade. Yeah, the 70 down there. We're just waiting for Eric Knight and Tony Campbell. Tony Campbell is going nowhere fast. He's got an absolutely destroyed front left tyre. So, actual fact, having trouble directing himself off the track there, and does so now. So we're set for the restart. The full 20-lap journey still to go, and it's Russ Hardy, Shane McKinnell front row, Steve Potts on the inside of the second row. Oh, the cream has certainly risen to the top in this one. Timmy Gamble prominently placed there too in the 74 car. And car number 90, Tony Curd. He's been somewhat of a revelation here tonight. And speak of the devil, he's trying to go through on the inside of McKinnell. McKinnell though setting a fair old pace up the outside. Curd trying to go with him. So it's a real ding-dong go for the lead in the early stages of this particular feature. Steve Potts says, well, you boys can battle out hard. Oh, McKinnell out wide in the loose stuff out of turn number 2. And that puts Matt Hardy right on his tail. So McKinnell dropped back to 4th place. He's going to try and make that up on the outside run. He's going to persevere with it. Tony Curd in car number 90. A Race Basics Oxley car of Steve Potts in front of him. McKinnell starts to get it wound up again. Hardy Jr., Matt Hardy there in 5th place. And just behind him and having a good go here too is Timmy Gamble. Further back there, Dave Sansby, followed by Matt Enders. Roger Ingold was following him through there. Colin Pollock up there as well in this big field in the 20-lap feature race for the AMCA Nationals here tonight. Brought to you by Auto Parts for you. A huge thank you to those good people. They've been supporting them all year long. Oh, McKinnell once again around the outside. Potts under siege here now. Tony Curd pressing away strongly on the inside in the 90 car and moves himself up into 2nd place. Steve Potts could do nothing about that. Just went a little wide up through 3. Curd didn't want the same thing happening to him, so he was very cautious out of turn number 2. Around the outside of Shane McKinnell goes the 15 of Matt Hardy. McKinnell dropping back a little bit. Timmy Gamble's behind him. Well, what a battle out here for 2nd and 3rd at the moment. In fact, for the lead, Russ Hardy. I tell you what, if his leg's hurting in any way, shape or form, as Norm Townsend spins it away on, and Eric Knight goes to the infield, he's going to be found out tonight. The old man, he's out there leading the way and doing a tremendous job of it. And he's just got a couple of car lengths. The battle for 2nd and 3rd will keep them preoccupied for a while. Townsend re-enters in the main straight in car number 63. Back in fourth place behind Tony Curd is Matt Hardy. Then Shane McKinnell. Oh, problems out here for Steve Potts. He's held out a little wide. And Matt Hardy trying to go through on the inside. We've already seen one time this year in a feature race. The Hardys are 1 and 2. That time it was Junior over Senior. Junior's in fourth place at the moment as Senior leading. So it's Russ Hardy. Tony Curd in second place, just a car length back to the 32 of Steve Potts, followed by 15, Matt Hardy. Right behind Hardy there is the 21 of Shane McKinnell. The 74 has got Dave Sansby right behind him. Sansby having a pretty fair old night tonight. Just when you think Steve Potts out of it, he fights back. And he's going to be the next one to challenge. Here comes McKinnell with another run. Half a journey gone or over that now. The 18 of Russ Hardy. Not getting away, but really, in the context of the race, not looking like he's seriously challenged at this part of the proceedings here with 8 to go this time around. It's Russ Hardy. Steve Potts in second place. Tony Curd still in third. Matt Hardy hanging in tough there in fourth place. McKinnell is having a good run there too, followed by Timmy Gamble, Dave Sansby, Colin Pollock. Not too bad a run out there for him. Lap traffic in the form of Norm Townsend. They go right round the outside. Norm holding line on pole line, and everybody gets around safely, all our leaders anyway. Russ Hardy still with that 1 car length lead, or maybe a little bit more than that. Potts trying desperately with 6 to go here now, lined up. This race is not over by any stretch of the imagination. Curd now with a run. He doesn't want to hang out there too long because here comes Junior. He's having a crack at him. 3 wide through turn number 4 they go. And the Hardys could find themselves 1 and 2 at the end of this, although lap car might come into play. Potts around the outside. Trying to go with him there is Tony Curd. McKinnell still there. Don't discount him. Oh, we could have problems here. We have got problems out here. Matt Hardy got a bit of a hurry up out there with Tony Curd, and that allowed Shane McKinnell right around the outside. So the complexion of the race has changed rather dramatically out here. We've still got Steve Potts. Oh, Curd goes to the infield now in the 90 car. He's round it, unfortunately. We've still got Steve Potts in hot pursuit. Russ Hardy, our leader. Lap traffic coming into play. We've only got a couple of laps to go in this one. Thomas. There's a bit of a challenge for them out there. Getting lapped. He'll hang out wide. Hardy, our leader. Potts in second place. McKinnell in third. Tremendous racing out here. Here comes Matt Hardy again. He will not be denied. Back in 5th spot at the moment. Russ Hardy, white flag out. Potts in second place. Curd comes back strongly and on his inside though it's Junior firing up again in the 15 car. Curd comes back at him strongly. McKinnell with a last lap challenge around the outside. This has had everything, this one. Russ Hardy takes it out. In second place, Steve Potts. Shane McKinnell third. Tony Curd in fourth place. Matt Hardy in third, followed by Timmy Gamble, Dave Sansby, Colin Pollock, Matty Enders. And the rest of the field going through there include Roger Ingold and David Ole. What a race. Put your hands together for him down there, folks. The old man himself, Russ Hardy. They threw everything at him. In second place, Steve Potts, and a brilliant run by Shane McKinnell, former Australian champ, around the outside in that race time, 5:52.505. But 20 laps. That was a brilliant run indeed. Put your hands together one more time. The last time we'll see them tonight in support. That is just amazing. Auto World Series Australian Sprint Car Open Night 1. One of the most sensational lineups of sprint car drivers you will see anywhere, certainly in Australia, at any one collective time. So over to, looks like Wade's set up down there on the microphone. Over to you, Wade Orjar.
Hello, Rob. Hello, everyone. Welcome to what will be an absorbing night of sprint car racing when the high-tech oils World Series Sprint Cars combine with the Australian Open $20,000 on the line. And interesting, when you put the big money up, it attracts some big predators, and Kerry Madsen is certainly one of those, sliding into the X2 car tonight. Very similar to the Todd Wanless car in its appearance. You have to look for the X on the tail tank to spot the difference. Looking at qualifying coming up here very soon. Ricky Mayolo will be the first car out to take time tonight. He'll be followed by Rico Abreu, this very exciting young Californian. He'll be the second car out. Jason Johnson, third car out in the NQ47 in qualifying. Peter Thorley driving the illuminated Q69. He'll be the fourth car out. Then we go back to the Super Cheap Autos 69 of Paul Morris. Danny Reedy will be the sixth car out in the NT5. Todd Wanless, seventh car to take time tonight in the Q2. Brock Dean driving the Queensland 99 will be the eighth car out in qualifying tonight, and he'll be followed in position number 9 by the Q20 of Luke Oldfield. Hello, Bill. We have some generator problems with our giant video screen right now. We blew up the generator on the giant video screen about half an hour ago, so they're rapidly trying to get that repaired. So you have no information on the giant video screen just for the moment, hoping that we can solve that problem for you. So Luke Oldfield will be the ninth car to take time tonight. He'll be followed series champion Max Dumpsney. Position 17 will be the Q59, second generation Speedway star, not necessarily on a four-wheel sense. The 17th car out. 18th car, exactly halfway through the field, driving the US 77 from Pittsburgh, Indiana, although originally from Oklahoma, your ASCS 360 cubic inch champion. South Australia. Driving a Tadiola truck and trailer school chassis, Dylan Jenkin. 36 cars. Hot lap session number 1 is in. second hot lap session. I think it was the Q77 of Shane Stewart. Cushion, if there's really anything there to lean on. And the car went in very hard. So there's going to be some thrashing to go ahead on this car. The Kratzman team, Tony Cochran, the crew chief on that Kratzman 77 of Shane Stewart. He's out of the car and okay. Folks, what about a big round of applause for the American Shane Stewart? He's a fascinating character, this young man. Just wrapped up the ASCS series, which he battles very hard with Jason Johnson every year in this hot lap session. So there's not going to be a huge amount of time in which to operate here. What damage there is, we'll find out for you, and we'll try and get our camera onto that for you so you can get a close look at the repairs that they try to... Is never enough. Green flag, hot lap session 3. Speedway is from Bar. Kevin Hansen is in over the 10. Smart. Got to say a big on you and a big thank you to all the push. In the Wagga Mobile Cranes, number 37 DNF Racing Products Foster. Hot lap session underway. flag is out. Final couple of laps for these guys in the possession to get their eye in. Danny Reedy earlier on tonight. Danny has changed from an Eagle chassis to a J&J in the last couple of rounds. He looked anything but settled. They have shoehorned an engine into the Cricky Motorsports Toyota Genuine Parts #1 Cool, and they'll affect what they need to do for the remainder from the infield by the looks of things. So we'll try and get down with our giant screen cameras to give you a better view up close as what's going on with the Tatnall car. There it is. That's our shot down on the ground level. They'll now start to continue thrashing, so they had to get the car at least out. Now, if he starts out of his time trial order, he'll get one lap at the back of the field. Have a look at the people that you'll see giving a hand in this situation. That just looked like Shane Stewart leaning over the front of the car, giving a hand there as well. To the left, you saw Shane just crash a little bit earlier. They've effected the repairs there. Now, Pete Caporn today was helping David Murcott's team build a new car up. The crew chief for the Cricky team helped the Murcott team build a car today. So have a look who's returning the favour now. Now you've got the Murcott team helping Brooke Tatnall. First car on the Speedway, ladies and gentlemen, from Gawler in Australia. This is Ricky Maiolo. Ricky Maiolo driving an Eagle chassis backed by TRG Transport. Former AMCA National driver. Cranks it into turn 3. First car up, first time up. It's a 12.992. A 12.992 for Ricky Maiolo. That looked a little better, and it was 12.169. 12.169. It's been from Ricky to Rico. Rico Abreu from around the Napa Valley area in California. The Abreu Vineyards, number 98 car, looking to go quick time, and does. 11.916 quick time for Rico Abreu. Hard charge and stand on the gas racer, this guy. 12.138, the second time is not better. 12.138. So Rico is quickest at the moment with an 11.916. As we see Jason Johnson on the Speedway. Runner-up in this year's ASCS series. Jason Johnson, second quick with a 12.039. 12.039. Let's see if Jay can improve on the second one. It is a 12.172, so it's marginally slower actually. 12.172. So Jason Johnson in that second spot. Rico Abreu is currently your quickest on the Speedway. Peter Thorley driving the number 69 car tonight, locks in with a 12.301. 12.301 for Pete Thorley. Let's have a look at a 12.052. 12.052. The dude on the raceway, Paul Morris, driving the Super Cheap Autos, number 67. Paul Morris on the Speedway. Currently quickest is Abreu with 11.916. The dude times in with a 12.555. It's 12.555 for Paul Morris. Checker coming out. Working that engine pretty hard. He improves not a 13.47. Almost a second slower on the second go around. Driving the Desert Palms Resort J&J now From the Gold Coast, Queensland, this is Danny Reedy. Danny comes in at second quick with an 11.969. 11.969. Second time is slower. It's a 12.123, but Reedy is second quickest right now. Todd Wanless on the Speedway now. Bearing in mind there are two X's tonight, or two cars tonight. Todd Wanless the first one right now on the Speedway. Todd comes in at fifth quick with a 12.152. 12.152 for Todd. Second lap up. And he drops in with a 12.281, which is marginally slower. 12.281, which is marginally slower for him, as Brock Dean on the Speedway. Pretty handy speed car driver as well as the sprint car side of things. Brock looking to lock in his first lap. Brock comes in at 8 with a 12.865. 12.865. Let's have a look at the second one. Is it better? No, it's slower. 12.918. 12.918 for Brock Dean. On the Speedway now, this is Luke Oldfield, the number 20 Voigt construction entry. Oldfield chimes in at seventh quickest with a 12.243. 12.243 for Oldfield. No tubular bells on this one, but seventh quick with a 12.243 because the 12.355 is slower. Thank you very much. 12.355 for Oldfield is slower the second time around. Out on the Speedway now from Toowoomba or Whitcott, Queensland, driving the G&W Racing number 58 car, Peter Lack, a 12.534 for Lack, 12.534. Lack comes in with third quick, 12.002, and Lackey is a good lap. 12.002 for Peter Lack. From Dubbo, New South Wales, driving the N39 tyre right choice entry, this is Jeremy Cross. Cross at a 12.122. 12.122. Sixth quickest for Cross. Let's have a look at Cross. He improve. He doesn't. He's marginally by 0.7 of a second slower. 12.835. From Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, your 2010 Knoxville Nationals winner. Driving the Titan Garages Avenue Maxim, Tim Schaefer. Let's have a look at Schaefer. He's in at 10th quick with a 12.472. 12.472. Let's have a look at Schaefer. This time, is it better? No, it's a 12.754. 12.754. Now, you would imagine here that Brooke Tatnall desperately needs to get heat into this engine. So he's at a real fork in the road here because he can't afford to just go out there and stand on the gas. Now, this will be Brooke using up every bit of time he can to try and get some heat into this engine. If anyone can play the game, it's Brooke. He's on the Speedway now. Let's hope there's enough warmth in this motor. Here we go. Let's see what Brooke can come up with on lap number 1. The Toyota Genuine Parts number 1 Cool. They had a tough night at the office here for round 1. Let's have a look and see if he can improve this time out. 8th position, 8 of the 12.167. 12.167 for Brooke Tatnall, the 8-time World Series champion. And he stays at position 8 with a 12.478. 12.478. This is the Capalaba Wreckers, number 18, Wild Child, David Blingy Muir. David Muir, always exciting, always on the high line. Blingy comes in at P12. Not a good result for him. 12.501. 12.501. 12.501. This time, Blingy slowed on a 12.514 and shut it down very early. 12.514 from Fargo, North Dakota. Driving the Monty Motorsports, number 17 J&J, Donnie Schatz. Donnie comes in at P15, 13.267, and Schatz needs to step it up, and I'm sure he will on lap 2. 12.279. He only improves by 4 positions. That's position 11 for Schatz. 12.279. 12.279. 7 times World Series Sprint Cars champion for Valvoline and GKR. The number 5 Maxim from Nelson, New South Wales. It's Max Dumsney. Max comes in at P12 with a 12.291. 12.291. Max, is that better? Only marginally. Bumps Schatz back to 12th and goes to 11th with a 12.269. 12.269 as the JTR entry of Kevin Tittman on the Speedway. Kevin Tittman, car 59. I like it. Simple looking car in its presentation. Tittman is 13th at a 12.336. 12.336. And does not improve with a 12.668. 12.668. From Indiana, Pittsburgh, Indiana, USA, this is Shane Stewart, your current ASCS 360 Cubic Inch champion. Smacked the wall and rolled over in hot laps. He's back out there now. Position 7, 12.587. 12.587. Stewart needs to step it up and does not. He's slower. 12.656. 12.656. On the Speedway now, it's the Rocket Man, Matt Young, and the Rocket Industries, number 6. Young came in with a 13.70. He improves to position 14 with a 12.45. So this is his opener, 12.45. Turning that engine very hard at 14th with a 12.765. So he'll keep the 12.45. Here's your feature race winner from Wednesday night from Aluka, Western Australia. This is Robbie Farr. Robbie comes in at 14th with a 12.336. 12.336. And stays. Oh, that's better. Third quick, Robbie Farr. Much better. 11.998. A much better lap for the defending World Series champion. From Q1 in Queensland. Driving the Ozdeck 25, it's Andrew Shirley. Shirls, gee, times are a little surprising to say the least. 13.12 for Shirls is 21st. That's better. 12.273 for Shirley puts him at 13th. 12.273. From no fixed address. This is the X2 of Kerry Madsen. Kerry Madsen. Position 12 for Kerry, 12.251. 12.251. Let's have a look at the second one. And it stays at 12 with a 12.328. His second lap was slower. On the Speedway now, driving the Metal Corp, action number 68, Cameron Gessner. Cammy Gessner on the Speedway. Cam comes in at P5, 12.023, good time. 12.023 for Gessner. Second lap is at 12.52, it's slower. 12.52. On the speedway now from Greenbank, Queensland, driving the Corel Transport, number 5 Maxim, brand spanking new Gertie engine in there. Daryl Hodges. 21st for Hodgie at 12.527. I heard him double step it coming off 4. That would have cost him some ground. 12.527. Stays at 21st with a 12.776. He's in the middle. No man's land. On the speedway now and turning it. Very uncharacteristic situation for Brian Mann. The Jigsaw Holmes, number 83, turns it. Got in above the cushion and turned the 83 Eagle around. Not something that you expect to see Brian do. Conditions might be a little tricky. Let's review where we're at in the top 6 side of things at the moment. And Rico Abreu is currently your quickest as we take a look at a replay situation of what happened with Brian. Obviously, it's pretty good at this end of the racetrack, running just above the cushion, right rear over it, left rear right on it. He comes down into turn 1 here, gets it pretty good in. Might be a little fresh just above that cushion just there, but that's unusual to see Brian do that. So currently your quickest man on the speedway is the Californian, Rico Abreu, 11.916. Danny Reedy, great job with an 11.969. Robbie Farr, defending champion, 11.998. Peter Lack, great job, 4th quick, 12.002. Cam Gessner, 5th with a late marble, 12.023. Jason Johnson, 12.039. And Peter Thorley, 12.052. So Brian Mann, 12.575. is good enough for 23rd. Let's have a look at his second up. It's 18th, that's better, 12.338, 12.338. You really need to be in the top 12. Okay, so that lap not counting. The only lap that counted was position 23 with a 12.338. So we see Steve Johnson on the speedway. Steve Johnson and the El Toro Earth Moving, number 27. Steve struggled in qualifying here on Wednesday, spun the car out. Hoping to settle in a little bit better now in number 27. He's 26th currently with a 14.382. 14.382. Drops in the second lap with a 13.791 is 26th. 13.791. Now you've got to be inside the top 30 tonight if you're going to be in the inversion. So the inversion will be position 30. Otherwise, you're going to be chasing your tail. We see Darren Jensen, good opener, 12.242. Jensen, 12th quick. This could be better. Might be in the top 10 if he steps it. Stays there. 13.0. It's a Bond. 13.007. Position 12 for Jensen. Morgan Metalcorp, number 54 car, recently back off the road from racing on Speed Week, is Richard Morgan. Rich, good honest race up. Kicks her into 26th with a 12.631. 12.631. Morgan gets to a 19th with a 12.397. 12.397. From Mount Gambier, South Australia, driving the Monster Energy number 7, Stephen Lyons on the speedway. Second in points for the series. Lyons, 18th with a 12.279. 12.279. Second lap is not better. It's a 12.396. 12.396 for Lyons. He's buried right in the middle. This man is just setting the series on fire. 22 years of age. The totally workwear number 25 cool. James McFadden comes in at position 12 with a 12.192. 12.192. He improves to position 9 with a 12.145. 12.145 for McFadden is good enough for 9th as we see Tony win in the NQ Winworld number 92 car. Tony Wynn on the Speedway. With a name like that, a little bit of pressure. Wynn, position 30. He's right on the cusp of being inverted. Position 30, 12.879. 12.879. Let's see if Winnie can get a little closer inside. No, he's not safe by any means. In fact, I think he's about to go out the door here. 12.969. David Murcott on the Speedway, brand new car. Car number 4 for the season. Dave Hull, the great man behind this team. Here we go, 31st for Murcott. 12.930, this would be disastrous if Murky can't get into the top 30. Oh, that was better, position 13. 12.233. 12.233 for Murky. Young Sydney sider Daniel Needham in the Card Attack number 95 car on the Speedway. Daniel Needham, pretty handy soccer player when he's not racing sprint cars. Nino, 12.7. He's up against the net right now. He needs to step it up. 12.78 for Dan Needham. 13.2, so he stays on the bubble. 13.210. Brett Thomas driving the illuminated event hire number 9 car on the Speedway now. Brett Thomas, simply turned out car, pretty effective. Thomas is 33rd, is way outside where he needs to be. A 13.038. 13.038. And he goes to 13.54, so no improvement. It's going to be a tough night ahead for Brett. Grant Anderson on the Speedway from Albury, New South Wales. Drives the 37, Wagga Mobile Cranes, DNF Racing Products, Foster. Second generation racer comes in at 21st with a 12.287. 12.287. Ando, that's better. Holy cow, where did that come from? Position 7 for Ando, 12.045. 12.045 as we see Brent April. This kid can qualify. Out of Mackay in Queensland, he's one to watch in qualifying. Brent April. Not on the opening lap, he's not. 31st. 12.652. 12.652. Apple, is this better? No, Apple's outside the show. 12.717, and Apple makes a liar out of me and stays outside the top 30. Final car on the Speedway. From Bordertown, South Australia, rookie World Series contender. Driving the Tatiara truck and trailer, number 51 cool, Dylan Jenkins. Wow, Dylan way outside, 13.07. He needs to get a good lap in here and get inside that top 30. Is this better? You'd hope so. Oh my goodness, Dylan Jenkins outside the top 30. That is brutal. The way that this field is inverted in the heat races. 3 lots, heats in brackets of 3. You must be in the top 10 each time in those heats. So the top 30 are the ones that get the lion's share of the points. The ones outside from 31st to 36th, they start well back in the field. And that is a tremendous result for Rico Abreu's second marble out. That is a great result. Revolution Race Gear Quick Time. We'll grab our board and present it to this hard-charging California. All right, let's talk about our Revolution Race Gear Quick Time, and I'm very pleased to say it's his first ever Quick Time right across America or here in Australia. How about a huge round of applause? Rico Abreu is your Quick Time tonight. That's a good time for an early marble.
Yeah, we got an early draw, and luckily, you know, it's kind of greasy up coming off 2, and we kind of stayed away from it and got in a good lap.
So this is your first hot lap, number 1 time anywhere. How close have you been before this?
We've been second a couple times, third a couple times, you know, right there at the bubble. But pretty cool to get a quick time here in Australia.
Your fellow Californian Randy Hannigan always used to tell us down here that coming second's like kissing your sister.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of those sayings too.
How's things been for you here in Queensland, Rico? I'm guessing you've been treated like royalty up here. The Yanks get treated pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful here. This was an awesome weekend. I'm headed back to the States Sunday, and just like to thank all the fans for coming out tonight and tomorrow night in these past races. And Racing Raymond's got some T-shirts for sale. You know, we don't got too many left. $15 for T-shirts, and come by the trailer after the races and get you a T-shirt.
Rico, I've got to ask you, mate, what do you think of our big TV up there? That thing's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's pretty cool. I've never been to a race with something like that besides a chili bowl, but that's pretty cool.
Luck tonight, mate. You still got a lot of peddling to do, but go and smoke them.
Thanks.
Rico Abrew, everyone, big round of applause. Good job, the throttle stomp in California. He wants that. He wants to keep that thing. He's not allowed to keep them. We keep them for the other rounds. Revolution Race Gear, quick time. Good job. Good pedal. Heat races coming up very soon. 3 brackets of heats tonight. So there'll be 9 heat races in total.
Hi, I'm Robbie Farr from East Coast Pipeline Racing. I am the defending World Series champion. Now let's beat my rivals.
Is on the front row with Tim Shaper out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, the 2010 Knoxville Nationals winner. Also the current All-Star Circuit of Champions winner. Kevin Tippman out of 3 from Ford Shirls. Andrew Shirley from 5. It's Luke Oldfield. Back to the 3rd row outside Ricky Maiolo. James McFadden starts from 7. From 8, it's Grant Anderson. From 9, good job, Peter Lack. And from 10, Revolution Race Gear, quick time, Rico Abrew. Here we go, folks. Good evening. Welcome to the greatest show on Aussie Dirt. Enjoy the ride. Time to go green. Now, was Morrison's timing on the throttle perfect, or was it a little premature? We'll find out. Down the back straight, looks like it's honky-dory. Goes by Schaefer. Arching, walking with Ricky Maiolo with Andrew Shirley. Goes through the middle in that 25 blue and green machine. 8 to go. McFadden on the high ground with Maiolo. Black and April. April fighting to get as many points as he can, and Black in a much better situation as Schaefer. Hustles the Titan 36 back to second. One of the world's best drivers are in number 36 tonight. McFadden on April. J-Mac through on the inside. 6 to go. Tippman back in 3rd. Shirley in 4th. Oh, big blast there from Oldfield. Things stood right up on the back wheels. Grant Anderson coming after him. And we'll get him on the inside, I fancy, going into turn 1. Oldfield holds him out. Here comes Schaefer. Leader. Titan 36 back in front. McFadden in the 5th spot. Ahead of him is Shirley. Ahead of him is Tippman. Morris and Schaefer. 3 to go. A lot of traffic as far as Johnson and Brock Dean are concerned. They're too wide, and front wing on the Prolube 99 of Dean has come askew. That's not going to worry Schaefer. I don't think he's going to get there close to it with 2 to go. McFadden coming after Shirley now. The 225s, a little further back to Luke Oldfield and Rico Abrew. 1 to go. Look at Tippman put the pressure on Morris. Down the back straight, Tippman coming on, but your winner is not going to be decided because we're yellow. Ricky Maiolo, Rico Abrew, Grant Anderson, Brent April, Peter Lack, Brock Dean, Stevie Johnson, and Rick Maiolo. We're green. Into turn 1, Shirley puts on Tippman and Logan McFadden on the top. The 25 up to 4th. Shirley slides on the bottom. He got tangled up with Morris. And McFadden lost a lot of ground. He lost 5 spots. And now, oh, he struggled street big time. A flat right front tyre from McFadden. This is disastrous. Checkered flag is out. Tim Schaefer will get the win. James McFadden looking to get into the top 3. He made contact with Paul Morris and ended up with a flat right front tyre on that totally workwear 25, and it backed up big time. So the man who's won 6 features so far this series, struggling. So it might be a little confusing to see a pair of 2s out there. They look basically the same, the fluorescent bodies and black wings. Kerry Madsen's car has an X on the top wing and on the tank. And he is the first of the 2 cars. Okay, he's on 3rd row as we get set to go. Murcott and Muir down into 1. Murcott, in fact, it's Mann, my mistake. And he's under enormous pressure from Lines and Muir. Murcott coming through, so you've got 2 lots of identical cars out there. No wonder I feel like I'm having a big night. Here comes Lines, steps it up the inside on Muir, comes up to Mann. Muir, whoa, Linesy all over the back. Oh, big crash for Cameron Gessner. And Tony Wynn got him when he was in the air. Cameron Gessner, big crash on the main straightaway, got a lot of air and was hit mid-air by Tony Wynn in the 92. We are red on the speedway as crash crews run to the assistance of Cameron Gessner. Cameron is out of the car, folks. Please, big round of applause for Cameron. Bends over and picks up a crash bar off the racetrack, and the body language tells you all you need to know. The big fella striding across the infield, obviously very disappointed. That number 68 car badly torn up in that incident. Let's hope that the damage is not critical to the chassis and more to the bolt-on components on each corner of the car. It was a frantic opening. You've got 2 teams with basically identical cars. A pair of 83s and a pair of 2s. Cam obviously not happy, not taking the helmet off, heading over towards the back straight area. Perhaps having a bit of a chat with the 69 car. It was brief. Advertising. Not sure which one of those is the most important. I'd say driver safety. So Brian Mann to lead away from Stephen Lyons and David Muir. Back to David Murcott. Then we go back to Wallace and Madsen. Richard Morgan. Down into 1 and 2 we run it. Murcott up to 3rd now. Muir coming back on the outside. Watching. Whoa, very close to Thorley down on the inside of Morgan. Man doing a good job. Look at Muir again. Way up high. Trying the high side on Murcott. Lyons coming after Man. Stephen Lyons is relentless. Now he goes to the bottom and gets a great run at Man. Ryan, a lot of experience around this track. Not so Stephen Lyons. 4 to go. This time by the flag stand. Lyons turns it across the corner again. Absolutely relentless in his pursuit of the race lead. Whoa, Wallace and Madsen. Touch wheels going down the main straight. The team cars. 3 to go. Brian Mann absolutely being put through the ringer by Stephen Lyons on the outside this time. Oh! Lyons, he hit the wall. And look at that for a drive. Tremendous racing. Lyons your leader from Mann, from Murcott, from Muir. Back to Wanless, back to Madsen. In fact, it's the other way around. Madsen over Wanless, back to Morgan. Riley, Reedy, and Needham. 1 lap to go. And a great drive from Lyons. Tremendous job in that Monster Energy number 7. No way he was going to get that win, was there? Just a tremendous drive for the Monster number 7. Lyons getting the win over Brian Mann, who did everything he possibly could to stop that onslaught. What about a big round of applause, folks? That was a skillful drive by Stephen Lyons. Man, you were hungry for that win.
Yeah, for sure. I think I let this Monster Energy Monty Motorsports car down in qualifying a little bit. Bit tentative. I just want to get out there and get some points, and got up there and got pushed up in the fence. I mean, I was going for everything I had, and he had, you know what I mean, I felt like I had to do it, get the points, and keep trying to grab them all night and see where we end up. You're always up in the saddle and around this place, Steve. There's just nowhere to let off, is there? No, for sure. And as you've seen, I tried a couple of different lines, and I thought I had to push, get alongside him going into 3 there to try and get around him. So that's what I did. Hope it didn't do too much damage, and we can roll out next heat.
Going to be struggling for it tonight. Thomas rounding out the top 12. Heat number 3, brought to you by Queensland Speedway Spares. Talk about a stacked first 2 rows. Shane Stewart and Donnie Schatz are the first 2 with Daryl Hodges and the Rocket Man. Green, green, green. Down to turn 1. Will we stay green? Yes. Stewart leader from Schatz. Hodges in 3rd. Oh, look at Jensen and Brooke Tackle. Tackle got 2 spots. Jensen up high. Robbie far down low. Brooke Tackle on the outside of Max. Brooke's cranky tonight. Obviously not happy with the change of engine. And is standing up in the seat, the Australia 1. Shane Stewart now passed by Donnie Schatz. Daryl Hodges in 3rd. Your leader is Schatz. Over Stewart. Over Hodges. Back then to Max Dumpty. Brooke Tatnell. Matt Young. Robbie Farr. Jason Johnson. Jeremy Cross. Darren Jensen. And Dylan Jenkins. Oh, Tatnell's making smoke again off that engine. So the number 1. They effected an engine change after hot laps. And now it's smoking profusely down into turn 1. Let's hope it's just breathing a bit of oil. There's 4 to go. Shots in cruise mode. Johnson coming after the Rocket Man. Tadlow coming after Dumpty. Johnson gets through on Matt Young. 3 to go. It's the Donnie Schatz show. Shane Stewart trailing him. Daryl Hodges in 3rd. Max in that 4th spot. Tatnell in 5th. Farr in 6th. Johnson in 7th. Young in 8th. Jensen in 9th. Back to 10th for Cross and Jenkins for 11th. 1 to go. It's a walk in the park for Donnie, as it should be. His qualifying result, not what he wanted. And now he's having to play catch-up. Johnson, wow, he wielded him really high at 3. Very nearly tagged the wall. Checker flag is down. Donnie Schatz. Whoa! Nice little wheel stand at the end of it. Second was Shane Stewart. 3rd was Daryl Hodges. Back then to Max Dumpty and Brooke Tatnell. Robbie Farr rounding out the 6. And a nice wheel stand from Donnie Schatz to cross the line on the back wheel. Donnie Schatz, that's a win that you knew you had to get. You were always going to get if you got a good run past Shane Stewart. What was the problem for you in qualifying, Donnie?
Driver. Driver's having a little trouble getting qualified here. You know, it's just a feel. You work hard all year to get yourself good, and then when you got to change your feeling, you're just not quite up to speed. And I don't know. I just haven't made very good laps qualifying, so I got to make up for it, and I'm sure I'll find a way. But these guys have worked hard. It's kind of disappointing to qualify that bad, but hey, that's the nature of the beast. It's all downhill from here.
Nice wheel stand.
Well, I wasn't trying to do it, but you know, you got to give these cars. I got to find out how far I can get it, and it's definitely got some forward drive, but it's a handful right now.
So that was the line. You just crossed it.
that was crossing the line. Yeah.
Donnie shots. In that number 17 car, JJ website and download, upload the app for World Series Sprint Cars. You can get points, you get the heat race lineups, you get all the information as the drivers do. It's a very, very cool setup. So if you haven't already done so, grab your iPhone and download the app from the World Series Sprint Cars. Good to have Trevor Green not here tonight, but listening online is Trevi. And that rad number 4 took a wild ride down in Warrnambool and injured his back. Trevi, get back here soon. We need you back, man. We'll miss that smile and your crazy rat bag team as well. So listening online tonight, Trevi Green and that rad number 4. All right, set for a start. Morris and Muir on the pole. We go Green. Lines up to second on Morris. Thorley in some trouble back. Around about 8th or 9th position as Murcott threads his way through. Tippin on the bottom on Morris. McFadden wearing Oldfield like a glove. Down into turn 1. Muir checking out in turn 3. 2 down, 8 to go. It's all the bling man. Tippin coming back at lines. Murcott, oh, look at Tippin having a crack at lines and gets him. Lyons coming back on the outside. Won't be happy about that, the South Aussie. He goes back on the top. Oldfield comes up Morris and gets him. McFadden on the left rear of Morris. Back then to Thorley and Reedy. Lyons challenges for the lead on the bottom in turn 1 and comes out with the number 1 spot. Muir really didn't do anything wrong. Just that Lyons did everything right as Murcott nearly tags the turn 4 wall. Coming after Tippin. Reedy on the outside with April. With 4 to go. Thorley having a crack at Morris down into turn 3. Murcott, McFadden and Oldfield. Reedy, April and Lack get together. It's getting uglier. 3 to go. The wind has turned around out here now. Slightly different weather situation as we go yellow. Thanks for your help, Cal. Did an awesome job. So Lyons to lead away. You know that Blingy's going to go to the outside. It's one of those things in life that's a given. Fonzie lives upstairs. That's where Blingy likes to run his race car. Up on the top already. Here we go. Down into turn 1 of the restart. Lyons fires away like he was shot from a cannon. Murcott on Tippin out of 2. Murky swaps from the inside to the outside to the inside and back. And then looks to pull off the move on Tippin. They tag wheels. Murky, whoa! Murcott bikes it up and McFadden gets him. Watching for Oldfield as well. Lyons is away. Tippin up to 3rd. McFadden on the outside of him. Can't make it work there. Murcott, busy. Watching Lack and Danny Reedy. Oh, Lack nearly tagged the left rear of Danny Reedy and turned it. Oldfield. We're going to go yellow. It's Johnson again. The El Toro car.
No margin for error around this place.
Everyone trying to get into the top 18 tonight in the A main. Lyons, Muir, McFadden, Tittman, Murcott. The Oldfield as well. Thorley. Here we go. Down to turn 1. J-Mac on the top side on Murcott on the outside with Tippin. Murcott again. Oh no! Murcott's gone. And we're red. Red on the main straight where David Murcott made contact with the Tippin car, turned into the wall and over it went in a cartwheel fashion. They just built this car up for tonight. Worked on it all day to get it ready to run tonight. And it ends up on its side on the main straight. Contact with his left front and the right rear, I think, of the Titman 59. Crash crew quickly over there to right the car gently, so to put it back on all fours. Murky's a tough customer. He's been through some big licks in his career, but that one was a hard ride, but certainly by his own standards. You'd be surprised to see Murky climb out of that car under his own speed. Just wait for him with the crash crew on the scene right now, and also Sam Cam down there to get those pictures for you at ground level. Dave Sharman, his good buddy and crew chief, and Dave Horrell, the team owner. They're pushing Murky out of the way, so that's the good news. Would you please put your hands together for David Murcott, folks, and the number 8 in the heck. Right in front right now, Stephen Lyons, Davey Muir in that second spot, James McFadden in third, Kevin Tippman in fourth, Luke Oldfield back to Pete Thorley, Brent Apple, Danny Reedy, Peter Lack, Tony Wynn, Paul Morris, and David Murcott has restarted with a very flat top wing. You get the feeling it's going to be an ugly ride. That front end is chattering badly. I'd say the left front shock has come off that car. It looks nasty to hold on to, but Murky is soldiering on. McFadden coming after Muir, the two of them are good mates. And McFadden trying to put the top side move on Blingy. Here they come into turn 3 and 4. Can he pull it off? Oh, yes! I think he did. Great job for James McFadden. He pulled off the second spot just on his mate, David Muir, who loves the high groove himself. So that would have been a sweet run for James, though it hasn't. James, you were looking so good in that first heat, and then just an incident with Paul Morris, flattened that right front, and you backed her up.
Yeah, mate, it ripped the wing off and flattened the right front. I thought he was going to the bottom, but I think he changed his mind and couldn't pull her up in time. But good result then. Just hope we can make it into that feature tonight. We worked pretty hard in that race. Every time we got a good break, the yellows had come out. But Glenn Bean's doing a great job, and yeah, we just hope we get into that feature.
James, passing Blingy on the outside would have been nice and sweet for you. You two would love that topside stuff.
Yeah, he's always pretty good around the top. I'm not sure why he wasn't up there, but you know, he's doing a good job, and he's doing a great job this year. So let's hope we can get the top working in the feature together.
Real quick, is this the new motor?
Nah.
Tomorrow night?
No, we won't unveil that till Perth, I don't think.
Wow, keeping it for that long. All right. Shane Stewart has to deal with on that front row with Tim Schaefer. So we missed an entire front row, I think, on that one. But Shane Stewart and Tim Schaefer behind the wheel of the Titan Avenue, number 36, for the first time. He's going to run several shows with the team, including the upcoming Warrnambool Classic and King's Challenge, and of course next weekend at Speedway City in Adelaide. So a pair of Americans on the front row, neither of them wants there. Means it wasn't what they wanted. Here we go, Schaefer slides up track and takes the spot away. Stewart keeps the momentum building out of turn 2 and tries to come back. Anderson, the cars get very unsettled. In the middle of turn 3 and 4, we go yellow. Because Brock Dean and the DTR mechanical entry, number 99, has spun coming off turn number 4. Shirley inside second row alongside the Rocket Man. Max looks ominous tonight. Brooke is in a fairly keen mood and we're going racing. Wow, Stewart got the best of that. He's now your leader this time around. Restarts can be like that. Schaefer's going to have to work for his money now. Mayolo into fourth with Young on the top side. Trying to get the spot on Mayolo. Ricky denies it. 3 wide back in the field. Rico Abreu, quick time man alongside Jason Johnson and Dylan Jenkins, and throw Grant Anderson in there too. Schaefer looks racy. He's coming after Stewart on the cushion. The Pennsylvanian coming after the Oklahoman. Out of turn 4, Stewart now goes back to the cushion and seems to be working for it. They run down the bottom. Darmsey and Matt Young flat wheel together right in front of the flag stand. It caught them both off guard. Brooke tackled on Johnson and Mayo. So Brooke is fired up tonight. Stewart is half a lap clear of the last car, that is, on the racetrack. He's only got about half the main straight on second place driver, Tim Schaefer. Third is Shirley, and Shirley's starting to make some ground with the top wing. Tug right back, Johnson through on the inside on Young. Some guys really pushing hard to try and get that extra spot. Dylan Jenkins in a seemingly impossible situation tonight, getting by Ricky Mayolo into turn number 3. 2.5 to go. Johnson coming up on tackle, but your leader is Shane Stewart. Schaefer in second. Shirley still in third. Dylan Jenkins and Ricky Mayolo still running wheel to wheel. Ricky improving a lot tonight. 1 to go the next time by as Dylan Jenkins again pulls a slider on Ricky. The 2 South Aussies still wheel to wheel. Tatnall and Johnson having a really good run now. Checker flag at the ready. And good job from Shane Stewart. Second will be Tim Schaefer. Third will be Andrew Shirley. Back to Max Dubsney, Jason Johnson, Brooke Tatnall, Matt Young, Grant Anderson, Dylan Jenkins, Rico Abreu. Those guys having a good battle, but Shane Stewart too good. He used that second restart, got himself away. Nice job. And the Kratzman, number 77. We'll talk to this man in a moment. Shane, I would think you would count on one hand the amount of times you've crashed in hot laps.
That was my first for sure. Yeah, man, Wade, I just got myself in a hell of a mess here, and you know, you just can't screw up like this. This is how tough this series is, and yeah, I didn't qualify very good, and probably because I tipped over, it didn't help matters. And you know, we've had a really strong car since I've been here in this 77. The Kratzman Caravan's car has been really good, and just I mean, all I can do is just try to keep winning my heat races and hope for a little bit of luck tomorrow, and try to pass as many cars as I can, and just salvage something. You know, I've definitely got myself in a heck of a mess, and just my fault.
Total professional. Shane Stewart taking it. So right it's Brian Mann alongside Darryl Hodges. It's Donnie Schatz and Richard Morgan. It's Darren Jensen and Kerry Madsen. Jeremy Cross and Todd Wanless, Robbie Farr, and well done Cameron Kestner. I'm looking at the left rear tyre of Cameron Kestner. That looks flat to me. I hope I'm wrong. The left rear tyre on the 68 flat. I hope it's just very, very low tyre pressure. Keep your eye on it. Geez, you'd hope not. They've just done such an awesome job. That's a flat left rear tyre, unless I'm very much mistaken. Sorry, Murray Walker. Set to go green. Yep, that tyre is flat. Down we go into turn 1 and 2. Daryl Hodges, your leader. Brian Mann coming after him. Robbie Farr tagging with Crooks. Watching Robbie coming after Cam Gessner. Hodges very sideways. The car was wicked. Not in a good way. Up turn number 2. Shots coming after Brian Mann. He nearly tags the main straight wall. Jensen in that 4th position. Morgan in 5th. 6th is the 2X of Kerry Madsen. Oh, Todd Wanless. That's a huge crash. Todd Wanless, that's a huge, huge crash. And that tail tank and rear end came down on the concrete wall. Taking the belts off already. That was a massive crash, and it landed hard. That worries me. He came down, the rear end of that car came down flush on the concrete wall. So the energy normally absorbed by the rear tyres did not come into play then. So I saw Todd flip the belts himself out the right side of the car. And he is climbing out. What about a huge round of applause for Todd Wanless? Oh my. That was just too big. Got so much air, and the end impact was critical on that car. Todd walking straight to the pits, looking back over his shoulder at the Action Metal Recyclers. Number 2, we'll try and grab him a bit later. His crew chief, Steve Thorley, walking out to check on that car. Just watching down at the Cameron Kessler shows on it. That is for sale. Anybody interested in picking up a good Gertie motor might want to speak to Daryl Hodges at the end of tonight's event. So Brian Mann in behind him. Donnie Shots in that 3rd spot. Darren Jensen in 4th. Here we go. Madsen on the inside with Morgan. Shots makes quick work of Brian Mann. Hodges is going to have to hurry now. Watching Madsen go by Jensen. Morgan on the outside trying to come back and cross. Oh, look at Donnie Shots. 6 to go. Hodgie, look out, son. Here comes Donnie Shots on the high side of the racetrack. Shots takes him on the outside. Might have to get up top and run there as well. Far on the bottom with Morgan. Shots is your leader. Hodges in 2nd, Mann in 3rd. Madsen, Jensen, Farr, Morgan, Cross, and Dan Needham. 3 laps to go. The next time by the flag stand. Shots is clearing out. Watching Cross running with Morgan and Farr doing the same thing with Jensen, wheel to wheel. Off turn number 4. Back straight, Farr trying to get a crack at Jensen. Watching Madsen come after Brian Mann. 1.5 to go. This is a walk in the park for Donnie. Oh, we got a car spun. It's Madsen, I think. He has to rejoin the field, but he dropped several spots. That'll be critical. So Shots will cruise home to get over Darryl Hodges in second. Brian Mann in third. Back to Darren Jensen, Robbie Farr, Jeremy Cross, Kerry Madsen, Richard Morgan, and Needham. Heat number 6 is done. Donnie Shots again, as you'd expect, convincing in his win. Over in Upper Anglevale South, or Upper Anglevale Heights in South Australia. Hello, Fiona. Great to have you on tonight's show, listening in along with the Disbury family. Singing in eHarmony, I wonder, Fiona, back there in South Australia. All right, lights are out. We're getting set to go. 10 laps ahead of us. Morgan and Muir. Hodges and Jensen. Schaefer, Dumsney. We are racing. Green light is on. Morgan on the bottom. Muir on the high line. They work their way out of turn 2. Look at Schaefer on the outside of Jensen. Schaefer looking pretty racy in that Avenue 36. Up to 4th place. Lack coming at Dumsney. Heat number 7 tonight. Dumsney riding after Grant Anderson. Oh, Blingy Muir. David Muir on the bottom. Working Morgan. Down the main straight we run. Muir and Morgan, Morgan and Muir. And now Muir is the clear leader. Third is still Hodges. Schaefer looks fair. The American is on the outside of Darryl Hodges. Puts himself up into third now. Dumsney right on the cushion out of 2. Muir has got a big lead. Morgan about to get savaged by the 36 of Tim Schaefer. Schaefer up to second. This car is going forward. Jensen back with Darryl Hodges. 3 laps to go. Your leader, David Muir. In second now. Here's Schaefer. Third is Morgan. Fourth is Jensen. Oh, swap that over. Hodges now challenging him for that top 4 position. Lyons having his own race with not much happening in front or behind. Blingy's got 1 to go. Big, big lead. Morgan, Hodges and Jensen, the 3 of them, Queensland local stars. Checker flag is out. Blingy Muir. Look at this battle between Morgan, Hodges, Jensen. Whoa! Hodges just squeezes through. So the checker flag is out for a popular young racer here from Queensland, Dave O'Muir. Good job. Exciting young racer, this kid. Good job, Blingy. Finally got one.
Yeah, what John just did with that track is really good. Hopefully it stays that way. You know, you can move around and the top will hold you.
Not what you needed in qualifying? Were you happy, not happy? Like, whereabouts do you figure yourself in tonight?
I don't know. 25th on points at the moment. I had a really bad time trial. So, you know, if we can, we're on the front row of the next one. If we can win that, yeah, look, we'll be all right.
Not going to make the show tonight, though. Obviously, you're going to work towards tomorrow night already.
Yeah, absolutely. Tomorrow night's the one that counts. So, you know, just hopefully we can fine-tune this thing a bit better.
I think the kid has got all the runs on the board at the moment. The old man fighting to get himself back into this Ozdeck. Heat number 8. biggest grin spoon ever. Here we go, set for a start. Matt Young leads him down into turn 1. Watch for Murcott, outside second row. Young is your leader. Stewart on the inside, the American. Out of 4. Watching for shots to come through with Johnson and Tatnall. What a heat race. Look at shots on the outside with Jason Johnson. McFadden on the high side. Oh, this is tremendous racing for the Miners. Stewart has got away. Young in second. Murcott up to second. Young back to third. Man in 5th. Mate, that's 6th. He got railed by Shirley and McFadden. Shane Stewart clearing out. Murcott in second. Watching McFadden working the high side in the 25. Coming after Shirley in the other 25. Who attacked Young on the inside. Oh, Johnson. He was so close to the concrete wall. Coming past the flag stand then. Big lead for Shane Stewart. Shirley pulls a slider on Young. McFadden coming after the Rocket Man as well. Shots. Tatnall now. Tatnall gets a run on Johnson and a run on Shots. Wow, Brooke Tatnall makes his way past Shots and Johnson goes to the high side. He saw what Tatnall did. He went to the outside and passed Shots on the top. Not very often that happens, let alone twice in a row. McFadden now in the blowtorch of Brooke Tatnall. Tatnall takes on McFadden on the inside. J-Mac slides in the middle. Picks up the spot on Young. Tatnall gets Young. Shots gets Young. This is just brilliant. 1 lap to go for Shane Stewart. Murcott in the second spot. Shirley in third. 4th is McFadden. 5th is now Shots. Back to Tatnall. Young and Johnson. What a race. Unbelievable shuffle. Stewart will get the win from Murcott in the second spot. We'll have a chat with David Murcott. It's been a busy night for him so far. So well done, heat number 8, second last qualifying heat race. Shane Stewart does the job. Murky, she's been a pretty tough bloody night.
You can say that again, Wado.
Man, how's the car after that crash?
Yeah, we weren't too bad then. We sort of, I know we're struggling to find a bit of speed with it at the moment, but the boys are working on it. We're trying our best. We didn't make the feature tonight, but there's some good points tomorrow night, I guess.
How are you feeling after the crash? Was it a hard one for you?
No, not really. I'd only just switched the wall and spun around. Had a lot worse.
And I know you hate it when you've had the boys thrashing on building up a new car for tonight and that kind of thing happens. It's sort of the worst possible scenario, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just just things you don't need to happen. But you're sort of up on top of the track trying to make something happen and get some points. We really want to get it straight in the A tonight and get some get a good position for tomorrow. But unfortunately, it didn't happen, mate.
Charge hard, you always do. We'll see him tomorrow night, David Murcott, squaring off. Not quite as tough as the previous heat race when you had Johnson, Shots, Tatnall, Murcott. It's a stack of good cars in that one. Kerry Madsen off the second row could be a very stout proposition here. Here we go, set for a start now. Morris, good launch for the dude. Watching Oldfield on the top side, Madsen into third now. Here comes Kerry. Look at Oldfield running the high side. Danny Reedy too looks very racy tonight. Ran a little bit wide there, and Thorley got him. Thorley, a bit of an Archerfield specialist. Oh man, Oldfield and Titman together. Oldfield on the bottom. Oh, turns. Oldfield turns and Thorley. The illuminated event high number 69 goes around because Kerry Madsen's back out of position 3. So that guy in the super cheap autos, number 67, Paul Morris, Getting better and better around this place. It's going to get a bit of a test, I would think, from Madsen in that third spot, if Ricky Mayola can get to him first. Away we go. Back in the restart. Madsen coming after Ricky as they go down into turn one. Madsen on the bottom. Pulls up into second. Danny Reedy on the outside of Titman. Cross spins and we're yellow. Yellow again. Cross has spun the 39. Morris once again to lead away. A V8 supercar fame has settled into sprint cars and doing a pretty handy job. Made it through to the A main on Wednesday night as the promoter's choice. Ricky Mayola about to give him plenty, and we know Kerry Madsen's going to be stout out of that third position. Here we go. Pick up the pace. Dylan Jenkins making his way on the outside with Rico Abreu. Look at Danny Reedy racing with some real confidence tonight. Whoa! Nearly turned it as Madsen takes Mayolo. Oh man, Rico Abreu standing on it, 3 wide. 3 wide down the main straight. You're not supposed to do that. That was awesome. Dylan Jenkins. Oh, bit of contact with Rico Abreu. And Rico trying to come back in the South Aussie. So Dylan Jenkins, we go yellow. Oh man, Thorley has spun the 69. So Paul Morris surviving lap by lap here. 7 to go. The dude's going to spit up. Madsen's now on his tail, coming down into turn 1 we go. Morris, a great start. Really hammered down into turn 1 as Madsen now busies himself with the idea of catching your race leader, and he does. Madsen on the high groove just takes him on. Beautiful pass, new leader. Now Jenkins working on Mayolo. They had a great battle in their previous heat. Rico Abreu coming. Look at the American on the high line. Oh, what a drive. He's up to 4th. About to come after 3rd as Dylan Jenkins slides him. Oh, well done, Dylan Jenkins. He was forced into that. Had to make a run. Oh, Reedy turns it. And Danny Reedy keeps the going. Good work. All the way win from this point on would be seemingly effortless. Oh, Cross and Mayolo. We go yellow again. How about Rico Abreu? Not scared at all to put it up in the high stuff and let her eat. He was very committed into turn 3 before and it paid off. Let's see whether Rico can do it again. Madsen, Morris, Jenkins, Abreu. Back to Titman and Cross. Here we go. Jenkins under pressure. Now he goes to the outside on Morris. Oh, the car straightened up. He lost far. At least 4 positions. Dylan to be devastated. He looked good. Committed himself to the outside run and got hosed. Look at Rico Abreu on the outside. Checkered flag at the ready for Kerry Madsen. In just a couple laps. Oh, Titman and Morris and Rico. Here comes the American up to 3rd. Kevin Titman got a good run. We got 1 lap to go. Madsen clearing away. Rico Abreu on the top side. Look at this guy. Use the cushion up. Comes after Titman again. On the outside. Plenty of racecraft. Checking flag out for Madsen. Rico Abreu gets 2nd. Cross spins and Reedy hits him. Oh, the bad luck that Danny Reedy has is just ridiculous at times. Cross spun and Reedy had nowhere to go. And Danny just can't believe it. He's been so racy tonight. Really has looked good. We'll grab a word with Kerry Madsen here in a moment. Your heat race winner. But how about Rico Abreu? How about this young American? Hell of a drive around the top side. Gary's going to parallel park it in for us. We'll grab a word with him in a moment. Heat number 9. That was it. Last heat now in the books. Let's take a look up to the Terex Giant video screen right now and catch our final heat race winner, Kerry Madsen. Kerry, how's the track right now? Is it wide enough? You got a few grooves to use, or has it still got some work?
I don't know. It's the best you'll ever see. This place is fantastic. John's done a fantastic job. It's going to be a fantastic feature race for the fans. And fortunately, I made him a little mistake in the second heat, and it cost us a spot. But we'll be watching, and I think that helped for points for tomorrow night. So it's 50 laps tomorrow night. If we get a track like this, we got a shot.
You look excited.
Actually, it was fun. I really enjoyed that heat race.
Good luck. Plenty of work to do for Kerry, but he loves it when he can get up and run the top or the bottom. You know, a lot of people tipping Rico could be very tough in this one. Certainly he's fearless in that USA 89 car out of position number 3. Position number 4 is Stephen Lyons. Get out of it. Oh, position number 5 will be Donny Schatz. Oh, jeez. Position number 5, as I said, the USA 17 of Donny Schatz. Thanks, Bingo. Position 6 will be Peter Thorley. Good job for Pete, qualifier to 6. He had some dramas in that third heat, but fortunately, it didn't mean anything towards his qualifying in tonight's A main. Position number 7 will be Peter Lack, having an awesome night tonight. Position number 8 with the Australian of Brooke Tatnell. The Atomic Playboys about to push away.
Let all the water run down the hole. It will not destroy gravity. I am not an atomic playboy. I am not an atomic playboy.
Turn 3 and 4. Up on the main straight, up on the hill as well. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen. How about some noise, Archerfield? Come on, main straight away. Up you get. Let's hear you out there. Everybody on the hill, down into turn 1 and up the hill in turn 1 and 2. Stick your hands in the air, make some noise. The greatest show on Aussie dirt. High-tech oils. World Series Sprint Cars. Here we go, Farah and Johnson to square away. Got the jump down into turn 1. We're yellow already. Cameron Kessner has turned the 68. So Cameron already at the back of the field anyway. Incidentally to Tony Crux' daughter. You got to clean the oven yourself apparently. Here we go. To go green. Johnson. Far again, gets a good start on the bottom. Johnson comes after another high line. Oh, Rico Abreu through to second to challenge for the lead now. Johnson back on the outside. Abreu, the American is in the lead. Far back to second, though he powers back around the top to get the number 1 spot. Abreu on the bottom. Far on the high Shots in front. Back to Lyons, back to Thorley, back to Tatnall, back to Reedy, back to McFadden. Lack, then back to Anderson, Dumpney, Archerfield, Cross, Shirley, Schaefer, and yet watching Lyons, he jumped the cushion, lost a stack of ground on shots. 16 to go, Robbie Farr, your leader. Archerfield trying to get his way through in dense traffic. He's got Shirley working on him across on the outside. 15 to go as Robbie Farr by the length of the main train over Rico Abreu. Third spot is Jason Johnson. Fourth position is Donny Shots. Long way back in fifth is Stephen Jason Johnson through the second. Past Abreu coming off turn 4. Tatnall going by Thorley. Dave McFadden on the high side. Goes by Thorley as well. 13 to go. Yellows are on. Jeremy Cross is spun. In turn number 2. Lights out. Time to get up. Far to pick him up. We're green. Look at him move. Whoa! Whoa! That was close. Abreu almost passed Johnson before the witches hat. It was side by side almost with him. Shots now moves into third. Donny Shots into third behind Johnson. Tatnall in behind Abreu. Shots. Going for the inside line on Johnson with 12 to go. Donny Shots is coming. He looks ominous early. He's using the bottom, got the wing back, and he's very smooth off the pedal. McFadden and Lyons having no battle. Tatnall gets a run on the boot, can't get by. Still back in fifth, the Aussie champ. Shots again, peppering away on the bottom while Johnson runs the cushion. Fires away. This battle behind him in second is helping him go. Lyons backing up just a bit. Trying to win it better. We could go yellow here. We're going to Robbie Farr. Oh no! Robbie Farr. He couldn't get out of the way of Archerfield, who stopped. And now Robbie Farr will have to go to the rear. Oh, you don't have to be dead to be stiff. Farr is so unlucky. Has to go to the rear. He was leading and looked so good. Oh, unbelievable scenes for Robbie. He looks filthy about it, as well you would expect. Lights break through and get into the top 3. Lights out. Jason Johnson to lead away at the green. Schultz comes after him on the bottom. James McFadden on the high line. Coming after Tatnall. He's locked. Picks up the spot. Tatnall goes back to fifth. Whoa! And he got McFadden back on the outside. McFadden got very squarely against the wall. They're wheel to wheel. McFadden passes him back. Tatnall is back to fifth. Johnson, your leader from Shots from Abreu. Yellows. Reedy, Kipster and Anderson. All tied up in turn 4. Danny Reedy leaving the number 5. Very disappointed. His form's been good tonight. You just can't believe the bad luck this guy can have at times. Very quick tonight, looked racy, he's at the top with some confidence. At that Desert Palms Resort, number 5, J&J. Aussie to the top 3, it's not going to happen while those guys are having a crack at each other. They've got their own races to worry about. Lyons still in sincerely love to get this tonight. So here we go. back underway. Johnson, your leader. Shots goes immediately to the bottom on him. Lyons tries the same thing with McFadden. Abreu runs over the cushion and Tatnall goes to third. McFadden on the cushion behind Brook. Rico Abreu coming back in Tatnall. Oh, James McFadden got them both on the high line. Johnson checking out from shots. McFadden in third. Tatnall in fourth. Now Lyons coming at Rico Abreu. Early contact between the wheels. Shirley and Farr digging deep back in the field. Johnson checking out. He'll be a happy man if he can hold on. He looks very good with 5.5 to go. Rico Abreu drifting back now. Lyons too, falling victim. Guys shuffling past him. Johnson with basically the back straight looking over shots. And back to McFadden. Then Tatnall. Then Abreu. Then Thorny now. Then Lyons. Then Duffy. There we go. Johnson has an unassailable lead if they stay in this position. Looks smooth. On the cushion. Faultless at the moment. With 3 to go. Shots and nothing for him. As the top wing tucked well back. McFadden lively for third. Tatnall in fourth. Back to Abreu and Thorley. Not much else is changing. With 2 to go as far. Runs the bottom of Peter Black. Nothing doing there. Lyons and Thorley having a good scrap. Right we go. Jason Johnson is home. Giving it just holding together another 3/4 of a lap. For the Louisiana 47. Feature race win, Jason Johnson. Shots in second. James McFadden was coming. In third, Tatnall will get fourth. Then we go back to Rico Abreu. And the next one through will be Peter Thorley, Stephen Lyons and Max Dumpney. Put your hands together, Archerfield, your feature race winner tonight, Jason Johnson. Smooth drive. Didn't put a wheel wrong. Stayed committed to that cushion. And wraps up the preliminary A-Main for High Tech Oil's World Series Sprint Cars. Round 9, night 1 at Super Cheap Archerfield Speedway. Jason just said, was he close? Just asking Bobby what the situation was. We'll get into the cockpit here with the giant screen. Nice job, Hainsey. Happy smile. Well done. Finally stems what has been a frustrating run of outs for the 47 team. We got a trophy, man, says Bobby. Donny Shots home in that second spot and James McFadden finishing very quickly in the totally workwear. Number 25, cool. So we'll let James jump out real quick and his boss wanders by to check how the motor side of things is going, Kenny Mack. There's girlfriends and partners and all sorts of things everywhere here at the moment. So let's put our hands together, folks, for third place tonight, driving the number 25 car, James McFadden. You can shake his hand if you want it. You do that, do that in a minute. Good job, mate. You're coming towards the end. You really got to run on.
Yeah, mate. Glenn gave me a great car, and I wish this was a 50 lapper. We started coming on good, and yeah, great track. I love this joint. It's awesome.
Yeah, you're using the top very nicely. You had a really good run with Brook again.
Yeah. It's good fun. You can always race him clean, and you know you can run wheel to wheel in there, and there's not going to be an issue. Great job to Jason and Donnie. They were good all night, and let's just hope we can get this car starting up the front tomorrow night and give it a good crack.
See you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
James McFadden, good job for third. Second place tonight, driving the Prosser Toyota Monty Motorsports J&J. Please put your hands together for Donny Shots, everyone. Donny, you had that top wing tugged way back towards the end, just trying to get a hold of something there, it looked like.
Yeah, I keep playing here, and I guess it's not doing me a lot of good, but I guess it's a good way to end the night. We'd like to get a win, but tomorrow night's an important night. 50 laps is going to be huge.
Absolutely. You used the bottom for quite a while on Jason just to try and water divine, try and find something down there.
Well, there's guys that can just roll around the cushion. That's what they do, and it's not really my style. I mean, I can get up there and go on it too, but you see what happens when you get up on it. So tried to make something happen. You weren't going to pass him on the top. He's not going to make a mistake up there, so you got to do something else, and that didn't really work our way.
See you tomorrow night.
All right, you will.
Yes, that's when the big money's up. That's when Donny Shots gets elbows up, that's for sure. What a tremendous result for this team. They've had a heartbreaking runabouts, quite a few upside downs, and it's good to see a smile back on this man's face. Your feature race winner for tonight's preliminary A-Main, Jason Johnson. Oh, man. It's good. Get up this trophy. You got to get used to this thing again. These trophies. They're nice. Pucker up. That's better. Much better. You got to be happy with that.
I'll tell you what, it just, it really shows how strong of a team Alan Haynes assembled. We were struggling. We were down and out just a couple days ago, and just team effort. Everybody's digging. Brendan's working hard. He's thinking. GT's working his tail off. We even got Alan helping out. So just a great team effort. I want to say it's a very special day today because it's Denham's birthday, which is Lisa's daughter. So I want to tell her a happy birthday and, congratulations, get a win on her birthday.
Jason, you had Donny peppering away on the bottom on that low groove. You must have set him down there a few times.
Oh, I did. And, I really wasn't too concerned in open track. I felt like the top was so dominant that, like, he couldn't get a run on me. But where I was really nervous was on them restarts. I knew he was going to try to pull a big slider on me. And, there's a reason why he's a 4-time World Outlaw champion. So, I don't know. I just started crisscrossing down there and changing up my restarts. Just try to stop him from getting a run on me. That was my only chance to do it, and it just worked out.
That bloke over your shoulder there is big on confidence. Your confidence has been down a little bit. Now it must be back up to where you need it.
Well, we're definitely working on it. I mean, when you have years like James is having this year, it makes racing a lot of fun, and we had those years. We had those years 2 years ago, and just couldn't do no wrong by no means. And it's a shame that Robbie got caught up with the lap car because I think Robbie was just as strong as we were, if not a little bit stronger, to be quite honest. And just sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles, and we like to have luck on our side every once in a while.
Good to see you return to the winner's circle. Jason Johnson, Donny Shots, and James McFadden, your feature race podium tonight for the preliminary A-Main. JJ Manif will grab them for the TV here shortly for Speed Channel. Bob, big thank you to you for your great support tonight. Looking forward to tomorrow night, mate. We put the big bucks on the line. 20 large, thank you very much. And 50 times around in little circles, the super cheap Archerfield Speedway. Thanks on behalf of High Tech Oils, all the sponsors of World Series Sprint Cars. Please leave the speeding to us. Bob, good night. See you tomorrow, mate.
Thank you very much, Wade. Good night, everybody.